Hello tubers and tubettes, my name is David and I live up in Northern California, and I'm doing this video for California Dreamin'. What I'm going to talk about now is something I have to make a decision on. I have a Phantom 3 drone and we used it a lot when I first got it, and it's a heavy drone. It actually has a pretty big battery system on it. I'm not familiar with drones in different varieties, but I have seen this new one that's out. It's a lot smaller than mine, and I can buy one, a brand new one, for about 200 bucks. The one that I have, I don't even know if it's worth getting into it. I don't know if because this drone has got to be maybe 8 years old. It's very heavy, so it was super stable in the wind, and maybe that's an advantage to it. But I need to buy a charger for it. I have a charger somewhere, we just can't find it. My wife initially had everything in a bag, and so it was kind of easy to, to look at it, to have everything together, but it's no longer in that bag. So I've got components, but I need to get a charger. I need to get a thing that tightens the propellers on there. And so I saw on eBay where I could buy a whole nother unit that doesn't have a lot of time on it for 200 bucks. And it has an extra battery, and it has extra, it's in a really nice box, like a metal box. And it has a charger, it has all the things that I would need for mine. But is it worth it to buy it for $200, or should I just put everything that I have to the side and just go ahead and buy a brand new one, the whole unit, for $200? I may end up doing both, because it's really hard for me to throw away things, and I just maybe this Phantom 3 has more stability in wind, and that might be a big positive, for me. And I just don't know how it compares to this other one that I'm looking at. The other one definitely is lighter, and it has a couple of unique things where it comes back to where you lift it off at if it gets low on power. And I think I can follow the van, so when I'm doing van life and I'm driving around, I can actually follow myself. So those are things that would be really important to me, to be able to have that done. So I don't know a lot about drones. I'm gonna have to get on YouTube and just start watching these videos on drones. All I've seen is the reviews, and I was looking for a best drone around, and I could tell it was actually done by a drone company. So they were making their drone look really good, and that's not what I need. I need to know, is it worth it to keep the Phantom 3? And should I just go ahead and buy this other Phantom 3 so that I would have, all the charging elements and stuff? Or do I just buy the charger? That kind of makes sense. Just buy the charger and the tool that I need to tighten on the impeller, and then I'll just try to get that one working. I got to download software. I think I actually have it on my phone, but I've got to download the upgrades, I'm sure, and I'll be able to see that I've got how good mine is, rather than. But then I also saw a whole unit. It's a used unit that I could buy the whole thing for 200 bucks. So sometimes you buy the charger for 30 bucks, you buy the tool for $10, you're getting up there. And so this other one was really nice. It has low hours on it and it runs excellent. So 200 bucks, I'm almost thinking it's better just to go ahead and buy that damn thing. And then I'll have 3 batteries. So I'll have one battery that could be charging. I could have 2 drones. And unless it's just the biggest piece of crap, I think that it might be worth it to have an extra drone. So when I do start going to van life, I can have one following me. I can have and I could also compare it to this other one that's $200. So I'm really hoping to get something up in the air, so it can follow me, and I can learn how to operate it. I have some videos of us operating it over Lake Tahoe. Oh, one other thing too is I was told, or I read, where you have to pay for, you have to register your drone, and they need there's classes or a test or something on it. And so my understanding is these other drones that I have, they were pre-registration related, so I don't have a registration on my drone. So does that make it better? Is that I could take it places I didn't take it before, or am I going to get in trouble? I know you got to be careful about where you're flying it. I've got pictures of ours flying it in a federal land. Then we found out you can't fly it in the federal land, but I already got the video on it. So I got to learn a little bit more about it, and this might be a way to do it, is to have the two different drones and then have I can test them against each other. I may come back to the conclusion that I really like this older drone and it really works well. You know, and this is it's worth it to have this extra one. So I would end up with 2 Phantom 3s and 1 of these new ones. So all of that in would be around $400, which is not bad at all. And as long as I can get mine working, that would be good. I did buy a really lightweight drone when I first started, and I took it to my sister's house and I was showing her, you know, and I was kind of proud of it, but I didn't know how to fly it really. And I went up so high, and then it went into the airstream, and it just went, it was gone. So I lost that drone right away. We looked all over the place, but we could not find it because it was just gone in the atmosphere, in the wind. It was like a wind right above our, you know, where we were at, just like a current, like a little river, and it caught it, and I mean, it took it, and it was gone. But it was inexpensive, and it was super lightweight. So that's what makes me think that maybe these Phantom 3s are better, because they're pretty heavy, you know. And so having 2 of those, maybe when I go up there, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm glad I did not get rid of this one, because it's so much better than these new lightweight ones, you know. Or maybe I get the lightweight one and I'm like, well, it's pretty stable in the wind, you know, so it's, and the optics on it are even better, so maybe that's better for me. It's hard when I don't know anybody in the drone business, so I'm gonna have to introduce myself to some people and try to ask some of these questions. But it looks like I'm gonna be getting some extra money this Friday, so that's why I'm kind of concerned. I'm not concerned, but I'm kind of thinking like I want to get this started. So anyway, thanks for listening to my rambling about the drones, but I think it'll be a great addition to my YouTube. Thank you much. Bye-bye.